So the Bills tweeting at Stephen A, and no one likes to make fun of Stephen A and get on him more than I do, but weren't you perfect in your picks? Didn't you pick the Bills?
Yeah.
So what was that?
Listen, I don't know. My man Derek Boyko and others work for the Buffalo Bills. I've known them for a few years or whatever, love them. Very proud of the Bills organization, but you have an obligation to make sense. The fact of the matter is that video where you showed the part where you showed me laughing, that was a video I had made about the Dallas Cowboys. That had nothing to do with the Bills. I was laughing after the Dallas Cowboy loss, okay? So, you just put a compilation together, and I don't know what that was about. But more importantly than that, I picked the Bills to win Friday.
That's what I thought. That's why I was lost.
It was Max that picked the Ravens. So I'm just saying, I'm not encouraging them to get on Max. We got to pick somebody. But I'm just saying that I didn't pick the Ravens. I picked the Bills. So if you're the Buffalo Bills, Mafia, you know what I'm saying? You trying to apply y'all gangster-like or whatever. Y'all can say that now. I don't know where the hell you've been since the 90s. Congratulations that you reappeared. But the bottom line is you do have an obligation to, pay attention. I picked the Bills to win the game.
Yeah.
Looking at that montage they put together, they were using clips of Stephen A. that were so old talking about the Bills. I thought it was baby Stephen A.
How about that?
I was the one who picked the Ravens.
Listen, don't get the facts to let them get in the way.
People talking to me, texting me on social media all day yesterday, texting me about what was on social media. I'm like, what y'all talking about? Pick the Bills. What are they talking about?
Hi, Dan Orlovsky.
What's
Good
up,
to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Had fun watching you on Get Up this morning. All right, let's get into it. But on a serious note, how about the Bills keeping the Ravens to just 3 points? Stephen A., is it fair to put the loss on the quarterback, on Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, it is. The pick six. You go, you're about to drive and tie the score, and instead you throw a pick six of 101 yards. I think that we recognize the fact that that's the difference. I'm not trying to sit up there and say overall, the Baltimore Ravens did everything right. Of course, we're not saying that. There are decisions that could have been made. We understand that. But in the end, what it comes down to is that you were driving. And this cat Ron Johnson, turned an interception into a 101-yard touchdown return. I'm not going to even nitpick like Max would do. You know how he got on Cam Newton for not going for that, not chasing that ball when he fumbled in the Super Bowl. I didn't say that, but you remember that?
Yes.
Well, Lamar Jackson should have ran that dude. You're usually the fastest dude on the field. Defenders usually can't catch you, but suddenly you can't catch this guy? I mean, come on now. You could have made a better effort to tackle him and prevent that pick six. But nevertheless, that's what happened. In the end, Baltimore's defense has been real all year long. Top 5 in points allowed. Top 6, or rather, top 2 actually in points allowed. Top 7 in yards against the pass, yards against the rush. The defense has been complete. It's been real. Their running game is number 1, primarily because of Lamar Jackson's ability to run the football. What's been the Achilles heel? You have to be able to throw the football. And at the end of the day, not only did Lamar Jackson not play lights out throwing the football, he actually threw a pivotal pick six in the third quarter that I think had a profound effect on the impact on the outcome of this game. Of course, I have to put it on him. Without the pick six, we're having a different conversation. But that pick six was everything. There's no question in my mind about it.
A pick six was a bad play, although I don't think you expected to get the interception to be run back 101 yards. And by the way, to my recollection, I might be wrong about this, I thought Lamar made a good effort down the field and just got blocked. I think he got blocked for making a tackle, but
your eyes mess with you sometimes, Max, when your back starts hurting.
Dan, I'm sure will clean that up.
When your back starts hurting, Max, and then after that, somehow, some way, it affects your eyes sometimes. And your back is pain and makes you squint. As a result, you might miss something.
I got LASIK surgery. I'm all good. Look, I'll say this. Lamar needed to be the reason they won and overcame. He wasn't that. But I can't pin the loss on Lamar. They were playing, and Dan, you can correct me if I'm wrong, looked like a cover 4, right? So they're taking away anything deep, and they're also trying to play the run. And so, they weren't attacking the flat and stuff like that, and they should have. And maybe that's play design, and maybe that's play calling, and maybe that's Lamar just not going through progressions quickly enough. Whatever that is, he could have been better. There's no question. But guys, you heard the offensive line talk about actually crowd noise did affect them. They couldn't hear the cadence. The center couldn't snap snap the ball, right? Like that's two things so far. Dobbins drops a pass that I think probably would have been a touchdown. There's three different plays that could affect the game, not just the pick six. Justin Tucker, and the real reason I took the Ravens in this game, I thought it's going to be close. They're both going to play defense well, and Justin Tucker gives you such an advantage there that in those kind of close games, I really liked the Ravens. I liked them against the Titans for that reason. I liked them here. Justin Tucker misses 2 field goals because it's windy conditions. It starts to add up. A guy drops a pass to be a touchdown. Your usually best guy in the business misses 2 field goals. Your offensive line is playing poorly, and the center can't snap the ball. Yes. Oh, by the way, you also don't have any playmakers. Like in the moment of truth, the remains of Des Bryant is out there trying to make a play. Let's be honest about this. So was Lamar Jackson the reason they won or were in a position to win? No, he wasn't. He has to be better. He has to get better. But I can't look at that game and say Lamar is why they lost.
Man, Max, hearing you give all these reasons to why this game went the way that they did, it just warms my heart, because if I do it, I'm known as the excuse maker. I'm making excuses for quarterbacks. So I like the fact that you're learning a little bit and giving reasonings why. Second of all, Stephen A., when I saw those clips of you talking trash on the Bills and then bringing throwback, I mean, the big thing that stood out to me was the hairline. So that was the overwhelming thing that told me when those videos were made.
Let's see what your hair's looking like. Let's see what your hair's looking like when you get into your 50s.
The rings of a tree.
At least men do it to other people's face. Women do it behind each other's back.
I'm going to have no problem. It's going to be gray, but it'll be thick and full.
Okay.
Listen, the reason the Baltimore Ravens lost this game, I'm putting on the front office in Baltimore. They have to go get Lamar a #1 wide receiver. They took Hollywood Brown in the draft, and Hollywood Brown has shown signs. There's traits, there's skills there, but he hasn't developed to be the #1. Look at the teams left in the playoffs. They've all got ones. Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, they're ones. And the pass game for Baltimore, both schematically, has to grow. They got the coolest run game in the NFL with Greg Roman scheme-wise. But they were outcoached in that as well. If you watch this game, 2 things stood out with Buffalo when it came to their defense. When they were in the pistol, Baltimore, meaning the tailback is in the shotgun lined up behind Lamar, they blitzed the fullback every single time. It shut down their run game. When they went in 2-back, they blitzed the boundary. It shut down their run game. So that's got to grow, but their pass game scheme-wise has to grow. Then they have to go get either Allen Robinson or Kenny Golladay. That should be the #1 goal this offseason. Go get Lamar a bona fide #1 receiver. Over the last 2 seasons, do you know what quarterback in the NFL has targeted tight ends and running backs in the pass game more? Lamar Jackson. You know who's bottom 10 targeting wide receivers? Lamar Jackson. So this game isn't strictly because Lamar threw that pick 6. Certainly it has its play, but Max pointed out the 2 missed field goals by Tucker are huge. The fact that we couldn't get the snap on a consistent basis are huge. The fact that Buffalo decided we're going to line up and we're going to put 10 guys near the football, and we're not scared of you throwing the ball downfield because we're not scared of anybody going to make the play downfield. That's a huge reason why. Lamar will grow. Lamar is going to continue to develop and get better, but they've got to go get a bona fide stud on the outside for that pass game to grow and to not allow what happened this past weekend to happen again.
First of all, I'm going to call you out about something because I don't like your analysis at all. And here's the reason why. Let me tell you why. Because you start off in all seriousness, you start off talking about I'm going to blame the front office because they don't have a #1 receiver.
Yeah.
We knew that coming into the game.
Right.
We knew that coming into the game. So the point is we knew that coming into the Buffalo game, you didn't have a #1 receiver. We knew that coming into the Tennessee game. We knew that throughout watching the Baltimore Ravens throughout the season. So what I'm trying to say is that, let's talk about the game that took place Saturday night. That pick 6 is far more important than the fact that it didn't stop you from driving down the field. It didn't stop you from getting to within 8 yards of course.
How did they get down the field, Stephen A? How did they get down the field?
Excuse me. Were they not running? Was he not running the football? Listen.
Yeah,
and not only that,
on 2nd and 16 scrambled for a first down.
But let me finish. I understand all of that. What I'm saying to you is I'm not disagreeing with you that they need a #1 receiver. I'm not disagreeing with you that their passing attack wasn't great. They're ranked dead last this season. But the point is, in the end, you were still in a position to tie, and you threw a pick 6. That's not about anybody but Lamar. That's about him.
But Stephen A,
is that not about him? Hold it. Is that not about him? Yes,
yes,
or no?
it's a bad read.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a bad read.
Was that the play of the game? Was that the play of the game?
Yes, but the game doesn't come down to a single play, Stephen
I understand that. I understand that. But in the end, listen, once again, I keep telling all of you damn NFL aficionados, the dangerous part about me is not only do I respect y'all, I watch y'all. I watch you all the time, Dan. Talk about a play here, there. Max, you have raved about Dan Orlovsky breaking down film and highlighting how one play, 2 plays, 3 plays can make the difference in the game. I'm saying to you is we know all of the stuff that you said, but in the end, that one play was the play of the game.
I'm going to give you that, Stephen A. You're dead.
That's all I'm saying.
Actually,
you're dead
Stephen
accurate
A.
on that. That is the play of the game.
That's all I'm saying.
But I can't blame the loss on Lamar. I could blame that play swinging the game, but I look at the game in totality and go, Lamar's not the reason they lost. They're not that play is the reason they lost, but the quarterback's not the reason they lost.
There are pivotal plays that happen in the game that determine the outcome. Play to go to win a long way towards determining the outcome. Go ahead,
Max. Dan, when he breaks down tape, I think my favorite part is he talks about scheme. And in fact, Dan, you taught me a lot about last year about just watching you, about what the Ravens do. And I agree, based on everything I know about the Ravens offense, it looks like they have to diversify the offense. Yeah. Because in the regular season, that works. But in the playoffs, when teams can prepare in a more focused way, they can shut down what the Ravens do best, and the Ravens don't seem to have a plan B. To Dan's point, Stephen A., a lead receiver, you're right, we knew that coming into the game. And I said, Hollywood Brown has to be Hollywood Brown, not West Covina Brown, right? Yeah. But it's not just on him. But think about Diggs on Buffalo and what a difference he's made to the development of Josh Allen. There is no one like that on Baltimore. And while we're at it, when you brought up receivers that Baltimore could bring in, Dan, I got another name for you. Odell Beckham Jr. They need a dynamic football player on that side of the ball to help Lamar Jackson.
All right, we got to leave it there. Dan, always good to see you. We will see you on NFL Live a little bit later. Bills on an 8-game win streak. Shout out to Bills Mafia again, since Stephen A. loves them so much. All right, when we come back here on First Take, Drew Brees, guys, stinking it up in what might be his final game at the Superdome. What should this loss mean for his future? Less.